If you've ever found yourself like me, manually copying company information from LinkedIn at 2 a.m, questioning your life choices, this video might save both your sanity and your sleep schedule. Today, I'll show you an inner workflow that automatically researches companies, scores them using AI, and organizes everything into your CRM. It's basically having a digital research assistant. By the end of this, you'll have a system that handles lead qualification while you focus on more important things, like actually catching up on some sleep. We're building 3 interconnected systems here, and yes, they actually work together without requiring a computer science degree. First, automated LinkedIn company search. We'll pull companies based on criteria you define: industry, size, location, or that indefinable quality that makes you think these people probably have budget. Intelligent data processing. Each company gets run through an AI scoring system that evaluates them more consistently than your sales team evaluates prospects after lunch on Friday. Third, smart storage and CRM integration. Everything gets organized automatically, which means no more playing, where did I put that company information 6 months from now? Tools, you'll need a few things set up before we start. Don't worry, if you can figure out LinkedIn's messaging system, you can handle this. N&N, obviously. I have setup tutorials linked below. LinkedIn API access through Ghost Genius API. LinkedIn guards their data like it's state secrets, but this gives us a legitimate backdoor that won't get us banned from the platform. Well, if you do, don't blame me. OpenAI API 4-hour scoring system, because having AI judge your prospects is somehow more objective than having humans do it. Airtable or Supbase for a more sophisticated data storage, but here we will use Google Sheets because that's the one tool every stakeholder in your company actually knows how to use. Your CRM of choice. The workflow adapts to most systems, mainly because CRMs are surprisingly similar once you get past their marketing materials. Part 1, LinkedIn company search setup. Let's start with the LinkedIn search configuration. This section is where we define what we're hunting for, and unlike most hunting, this is completely legal and won't result in angry phone calls. The webhook trigger starts everything. Here's where most people stumble. They search LinkedIn like they're looking for their ex on social media. Vague, desperate, and ultimately disappointing. LinkedIn search requires precision. Company size filtering matters more than you think. Targeting 1 to 50 employees, you're looking at startups and small businesses with actual decision-making speed. Going for 1,000 plus employees, hope you enjoy procurement processes that last longer than some marriages. Location specificity is crucial. San Francisco Bay Area returns useful results. California returns everything from tech startups to almond farms, and while I'm sure almond farmers are lovely people, they probably don't need your SaaS solution. Industry targeting uses LinkedIn's predefined categories, which were apparently created by someone who thinks computer software and information technology are meaningfully different. There's a reference guide link below because guessing is how you end up pitching accounting software to yoga studios. The search handles pagination automatically, pulling up to 1,000 companies per run. If you need more, run multiple searches with different parameters. It's like fishing. Sometimes you need to try different spots to fill the boat. Part 2, company data processing. Data processing section is where we transform basic company listings into actionable intelligence, which sounds much more impressive than organized stalking, which we all know is basically the same thing. The process each company node uses batch processing because hitting LinkedIn servers like an overeager intern hits the coffee machine is a fast way to get rate limited. For each company, we're extracting comprehensive information. Employee count, because size does matter in B2B sales, recent posts to separate active companies from digital ghost towns, company descriptions, preferably longer than "we do stuff good," The 2-second delay between requests isn't arbitrary procrastination, it's respect for LinkedIn servers and their tendency to block accounts that behave like bots, even though we are bots. The irony isn't lost on me. The AI scoring system is where this gets interesting. We feed company data to OpenAI with specific evaluation criteria. The AI scores each company 1 to 10 and explains its reasoning, which is more transparency than most human sales managers provide. You can customize the scoring criteria for any use case. Looking for SaaS companies? Focus on tech stack and funding. Targeting restaurants? Emphasize location and expansion indicators. Going after e-commerce? Evaluate online presence and product diversity. The AI doesn't just assign numbers, it provides reasoning. It's like having an analyst who actually documents their thought process instead of just saying gut feeling. AI scoring system configuration. The AI scoring system deserves deeper explanation because this is where we replace human inconsistency with algorithmic consistency. We're evaluating multiple data points: company size versus your ideal customer profile, industry relevance, growth indicators, technology adoption, funding status, and digital presence. It's comprehensive without being obsessive. The key is asking for structured output: numerical score, explanation, strengths, weaknesses, and recommended next steps. This provides actionable intelligence instead of just a random number between 1 and 10. Customization is straightforward. B2B SaaS hunting? Emphasize tech stack and team growth. Local services? Focus on location and market presence. E-commerce prospects? Evaluate online footprint and product range. The AI adapts to whatever criteria you provide, assuming you provide actual criteria instead of find good companies. Specificity produces better results in AI, as in most aspects of life. Part 5. Google Sheets integration. Data storage happens in Google Sheets because it's universal, accessible, and doesn't require a database administrator who charges consulting rates to change a column name. The sheet structure includes everything relevant: company name, LinkedIn URL, employee count, industry, location, AI score, explanation, date added, and status tracking. It's organised without being obsessive. Automatic sorting by AI score means your highest potential prospects stay at the top. Part 3. Filtering and qualification. Separating viable prospects from companies that exist mainly on paper and in the dreams of overly optimistic founders. We check multiple criteria. Does the company actually exist with real data? Do we have enough information to make a decision? Do they match our target parameters? Does their AI score meet our threshold? The Is New Company check prevents duplicate outreach because nothing says professional sales process like pitching the same company 3 times in 2 weeks. AI score thresholds should match your capacity. If you can handle 10 new leads, set the bar high at 8+. Got a larger team? Lower it to 6+ and cast a wider net. It's resource allocation, not rocket science. The filtering happens in real time, so you only work with qualified prospects. Think of it as having quality control that actually controls quality, unlike most manufacturing processes I've witnessed. Real-time updates prevent duplicate entries and maintain data freshness. The sheet knows what's new, what's changed, and what's been sitting untouched longer than that lunch in your office refrigerator. Part 6. CRM integration setup. CRM integration is selective. Only qualified leads make the cut. We're not dumping every company that exists into your sales system because that's how you end up with 10,000 prospects and 0 actual prospects. Entry criteria: AI score 7+, complete data set, not already in system, and meeting additional qualification factors. It's quality control for your sales pipeline.